Introducing the next big thing in wrestling today, WrestleCrate.com, a monthly pro wrestling based subscription service starting as low as $14.99 a month, with items that include Mattel action figures, Funko Pop, pro wrestling tees, and signed memorabilia by the biggest names in the business today. For more information, on Twitter at WrestleCrates and our official website, www.wrestlecrate.com. What is going on, guys? JD from New York here, and this, because that's all you fucking guys wanted, man. All you guys asked me yesterday, JD, where's the and this in part 2? That's all you guys asked, man. You didn't fucking ask me about Stone Cold's beer. You didn't ask me about any recommendations for beer. All you guys, or some of you I should say, not all of you, where's the and this for Off The Script? There you go. You guys know it's fucking part 3. I don't have to say anything. This is number 89 of the number 1 fucking source right here on YouTube.com for literally everything WWE, but apparently YouTube doesn't want to hold up their end of the fucking bargain. You know, I don't want to get stressed. I don't want to fucking rant. But I know YouTube is fucking up, bro. I really know YouTube is fucking up. I know my videos and I know my stats. I'm a very numbers... I'm in the numbers. I'm a numbers guy. Alright? I know that Off The Script Part 1 did more likes than Part 1 of last week's video. Yet Part 1 of last week's video has nearly triple the amount of views. I don't know why. I don't know why, man. Off The Script for Part 1 usually is easily at 5,000 views by the end of the fucking weekend. But by the end of the fucking a day and a half, it's at 5,000 views. Part 1, nowhere near that, man. I don't know what is going on. Part 2, the same thing. My WWE 2K16 videos, they're dead in the fucking water, man. I knew it. I knew they were going to be. And it frustrates me. Listen, I'm not going to sit here and say I don't fucking care. Of course I care, man. I'm giving you guys my fucking time to do these videos, man. You know, some of you don't know the schedule that I go through to work a fucking shit fucking job and then come on here and give you guys a fucking 35-minute podcast Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, man. You guys got over an hour and a half of me every weekend, and I do this for you guys. Then I do the Call of Duty thing. Then I try and stream. Then I try and do, the everything else that I do. Whatever else I'm doing, man. You know, a walkthrough here and there. Whatever. You know, YouTube is not pushing through my videos. And I don't know if it has to do with this YouTube Red. I don't know what fucking happened. Nobody's watching the 2K16 shit. You know, there's no comments coming through. I'm not seeing half of the fucking comments come through. I don't know where the fuck... I don't know what's going on. So me as a content creator, I'm frustrated, man. I don't know what to do. So if you guys missed Part 1 and Part 2 of Off The Script, which I'm assuming most of you did, because there's no reason why you would watch one week and not watch the next, man. I haven't changed a goddamn fucking thing here. We talk about wrestling and we give our views and opinions on everything. So if you missed Parts 1 and 2, links are down below. Go and check them out. I'll even leave a fucking... an annotation, an exclamation point in the fucking video. Go and check them out. The WWE 2K16 videos will be there as well, man. I'm doing something different with my videos, man. I'm giving you guys my commentary along with the gameplay. I'm doing something that, Dank Ops is not doing. I'm doing something that CM Pulse is not doing. You know, I want my videos to get out there, man. I want the WWE 2K16 to be a big deal. And it's not, because everybody else got the game 2 weeks early, and here I am trying to fucking catch up, and I'm pretty much dead in the water. I knew that was going to be a huge factor, and everybody's going to tell me, all these bigger guys are going to tell me, oh, you got to grind, you got to work hard. Yeah, I am working fucking hard, man. What else am I supposed to do? I'm throwing myself at the fucking mercy of the court here, man. It's fucking pathetic. YouTube needs to get its act together. My videos need to be fucking seen, man. I don't sit here for fucking 1,000 views with a 30,000 subscriber channel. I don't. It's not my channel. I know the numbers I do. I know the numbers I can pull in. I know the numbers I've been pulling in. And that's my fucking rant. That's all I got to say about that. We're going to get into the news, guys. Big story. I saved it for last because I think it was the biggest story of the week when it comes to WWE news and rumors. It has nothing to do with John Cena. It has nothing to do with Steve Austin and his new Broken Skull IPA beer. It has to do with Brock Lesnar and The Undertaker. Rumors going around all week, man. People talking about it. Jim Ross talking about it. Steve Austin talking about it. You name it. They're in the wrestling business. They're talking about it. Were Brock Lesnar and The Undertaker punished for actions at Hell in a Cell? Almost immediately after Sunday's Hell in a Cell pay-per-view, there were conflicting reports of Vince McMahon and Kevin Dunn being furious backstage during the Brock Lesnar vs. The Undertaker Hell in a Cell match. Dunn and McMahon were reportedly upset because Lesnar and Undertaker both bled the hard way during the match, and Lesnar aggressively pushed a doctor away in the ring because it disrupted the flow of the match. F4WOnline.com, that broke the story, is now reporting that Brock Lesnar and The Undertaker were not punished for bleeding during their Hell in a Cell match. There was said to be a lot of commotion backstage, but there are other reports that offer the opposite perspective. Either way you look at it, neither Lesnar nor The Undertaker were punished for their actions at Hell in a Cell. Brock was stitched up and needed 9 staples for the wound on his head, but Lesnar flew home shortly after the process on Sunday night. The Undertaker flew home on Monday morning, where WWE officials are 100% certain that the blood was not an accident. Any plans that were made to use blood in the match were planned by Lesnar and The Undertaker themselves, not the WWE. That is a problem. It is not a coincidence that Lesnar did the same spot, head into the post, that he did at WrestleMania 31. Well, this is my take on this, okay? I'm not going to believe the reports that Kevin Dunn and Vince McMahon, even though I don't agree with how they're running things, I sit here every week complaining about the decisions that they make and the booking that is going on because of these two fucking clowns. Alright, I'm not going to sit here and blame them for it. I'm going to give them a shred of hope. A shred of hope. Okay? I don't think Vince McMahon is that fucking clueless. I don't think Vince McMahon is that lost. Kevin Dunn might very well be. I don't know Kevin Dunn. I don't know what he thinks. I don't know what he's thinking. I don't even think he's for the business, to be honest with you. He's nothing but a fucking piece of shit as far as I see and read. But I can't imagine Vince McMahon being this fucking clueless and this stupid. Brock Lesnar and The Undertaker themselves had to plan out, you know what? We're inside Hell in a Cell. This is the final match. There needs to be a little color added here, bro. That's what they thought. And they thought correctly. Vince McMahon and Kevin Dunn, while going over this match and planning this match, the color in the blood was probably the last thing on their mind. Now, we're in 2015. You run a PG fucking product. Number one, how are you supposed to run a PG product with probably the most dangerous fucking match that you have ever assembled for your company? Elimination Chamber is another one. You know, you can lump the Elimination Chamber and Hell in a Cell in the same fucking sentence, in the same fucking category. How are you going to have these types of matches? Even a ladder match. How are you going to have these types of matches and there not be color? The color added to everything. Let me tell you something. Brock Lesnar and what's his name? Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 31. If blood was not added to that match, the whole rating, the overall appearance of that match wouldn't have been as great as it was. Because Brock Lesnar wanted to add color to that match, to make things a little bit more believable, to add that dramatic effect. That took the match up. You know what? This is some fucking serious shit right now. You know, not only did it add to the fucking intrigue of the match that Lesnar was in fucking trouble. He's bleeding profusely. Roman Reigns has the edge. Roman Reigns might fucking capture the WWE Championship. If there was no blood in that match, none of that would have even been a fucking thought on anybody's mind. That intrigue, that edge of your seat fucking action. Will Roman Reigns do it? Would not even be there, bro. It would not even be there. It added all that plus so much more to the match. Alright? Same thing happened here. Now, I don't agree with them going into the match and literally fucking 2.5 minutes into the match, both of these guys, Undertaker and Lesnar, were both bleeding. I don't agree with that. I do agree that blood needed to be added to this match, because how are you going to book a Hell in a Cell? Hell in a Cell. Hell. The one color that you signify with hell is red. Why won't you have red? Why won't you have color, blood in this match? I don't understand why it took The Undertaker and Brock Lesnar, you know, two minds who are great for the business, to come up with, you know what, maybe we need blood in this match, bro. This is the final match. This is it. It's over. After this, there's no more. It needed to be a fucking war, and that's the story that they told, alright? Vince McMahon, fuck Kevin Dunn. I'm not even including him in this because he's a fucking goon. Vince McMahon, I don't believe, was that upset with everything. The only spot I think Vince McMahon was a little bit upset with, and I don't think he's furious. I don't see Vince McMahon fucking throwing chairs. I don't see Vince McMahon breaking windows. I don't see Vince McMahon fucking shredding contracts or fining anybody. You know, he might have been upset with the spot where Brock Lesnar threw the fucking doctor, and he was upset that the doctor stopped the match. Even though I like that, because, listen, Brock Lesnar is a fucking fighter. He is a fighter. He doesn't want a doctor to fucking say, oh, let me check on you, man. Fuck out of here, bro. We're inside Hell in a Cell. You're fucking up the momentum of the match. That's what Brock Lesnar was thinking. You know, I understand both sides here, but, you know, it added a nice fucking... You know, it added something to the match. Like, the doctor's in the fucking ring. Lesnar, get the fuck out of here, man. Let me bleed. But obviously, Vince McMahon's thinking, you know what, I gotta check on my superstars, this and that, yada, yada, yada. So I see both sides of the fucking coin. But another thing, Vince McMahon really has Lesnar and The Undertaker, two men, two Hall of Famers, that he has complete fucking, or he should have complete fucking trust in, man. If there's two guys on your fucking roster to go out there and give you what you need as far as the main event goes, what more do you want? You got Lesnar and The Undertaker. You should have the fullest fucking trust and respect in these guys to go out there and do the right thing. They're making you money, man. They're giving you a main event that nobody's going to forget. Let them go out there and do what needs to be done. Vince McMahon, he can worry all he wants. He can fucking bitch and moan all he wants. At the end of the day, Lesnar and The Undertaker told a great story, and that's it. Let it go. I don't think Vince McMahon was furious. Like I said, I don't see him fucking breaking windows and ripping up contracts. I don't think Vince McMahon was furious over anything except that little spot where the doctor was shoved and thrown around by Brock Lesnar. That's about it. So don't believe anything you hear. Don't believe everything you read. All right, Vince McMahon, maybe he was upset, but at the end of the day, he got a great main event, and it was a great decision to put these guys inside Hell in a Cell and end this feud, because it was just a great match. We will remember it for a long time coming, and the blood added a nice dramatic effect, and the story that was told in the ring by these two men was fucking great, man. So kudos to Undertaker and Lesnar. I don't believe Vince McMahon was that furious backstage, and fuck Kevin Dunn. That's all I gotta say about that. News on Rusev. This week, Rusev may have been injured again during a match with Neville, who worked a match taped. This match was actually taped in Phoenix for WWE's main event. According to WrestlingEdge.com, never heard of it before, I don't visit that website, Rusev may be dealing with a shoulder injury of some kind. During the match, Rusev's shoulder looked like it popped out of the socket. The match came to a screeching halt after Rusev's shoulder looked out of place. The trainer came down and checked on Rusev, but the trainer ultimately decided to end the match for Rusev's safety. The referee called for the bell, and Rusev may be hurt. However, Rusev was obviously upset by the trainer's assessment of his shoulder, and after the match, Rusev was obviously and visibly angry and chased off the trainer and the referee into the crowd to keep the momentum, or as much as the momentum as possible. Rusev has been in the WWE doghouse ever since the details of his engagement to WWE Lana. Yes, because he wants to be happy and he wants to put a fucking ring on the woman he loves. God forbid, anybody in the WWE is happy at whatever they have going on in their life. There have been rumors of Rusev and Lana receiving backlash due to their engagement, breaking kayfabe, and we discussed this already. I'm not going to go over this. And reports of Vince McMahon being upset about their relationship going public. Since that report, Rusev has been used in a minimal role. It's likely Rusev's role in WWE is meant to be unnoticed until Lana and Lana's character comes back to WWE television or until the punishment wears off for the couple. If this injury is serious for Rusev, he and Lana could hit the reset button on their purpose on TV when they return together. Haven't heard anything else about Rusev. I did read a few tweets saying that Rusev's shoulder was dislocated, or they had to pop it back in while he was there receiving treatment from the trainers. I don't know, man, but I didn't hear anything else about his injury, if he's going to need to be out on the shelf for an extended period of time. I haven't read anything, I haven't seen anything, but if I do hear anything about Rusev, which sucks for him, this actually may be a good thing, man. Yeah, because he hasn't been doing anything. He could probably use the rest to recharge his batteries and get out of this fucking dreadful whatever he's got going on with Sheamus and Wade Barrett. But Rusev injured right now. He may be in the doghouse. Not sure if that is true or not, due to the engagement of Lana and Rusev and them calling off that entire storyline, which did everybody a fucking favor. We discussed this already. That angle was fucking awful. He did everybody a fucking favor. I wouldn't even be surprised if he fucking did it just to get out of this shitty angle. But regardless of that, Rusev hurt. If I hear anything, I will definitely let you guys know right here on Off the Script. Listen to this fucking story. I got two of those stories where I'll say, listen to this fucking story. WrestleZone.com and the Wrestling Observer newsletter are reporting that the Dudley Boyz are being phased down in the tag team division, and for a good reason. Since their amazing and unexpected return, the Dudley Boyz have been feuding with The New Day. The 9-time WWE Tag Team Champions have done an excellent job of putting over that team with good and consistent tag team wrestling. However, the Dudley Boyz haven't been able to win the Tag Team Championship and have been temporarily on hold as far as a push goes for the Tag Team Championships. And the Dudleys have been a temporary band-aid on a tag team division that only lacks depth. The reason the Dudleys are being phased down is because the Usos are nearing their return. WWE plans for the Usos to be the top babyface team in the division. Currently, Jay and Jimmy Uso are already back training in Orlando together. That shows that Jay Uso is medically cleared to return for the first time since April. Jimmy Uso has been featured on commentary for the majority of the year and wrestled on occasion on SmackDown and Main Event to keep off the ring rust. WWE plans are to bring back the Usos to WWE television sooner rather than later. They're most likely going to feud with the New Day immediately. The Dudleys will be a constant of the tag team division and help new teams get over to grow the tag team division. What new teams? There are no new teams because WWE doesn't give a fuck about tag team wrestling, man. You got the Dudleys. You got fucking the New Day. You got the Usos coming back. Who else you got on the main roster? You got the Lucha Dragons, which I love the Lucha Dragons, man. I really do. I don't see the Dudleys, I don't see the Lucha Dragons going nowhere right now on the WWE main roster. You got the Ascension, you got the Primetime Players, you got Enzo and Cass that should be on the fucking main roster by now. Tag team wrestling down at NXT is fantastic, by the way. But you have fucking teams. You got a lot of good teams, man. I don't understand why the WWE needs to phase down the Dudleys. Didn't the WWE bring in the Dudleys to fucking revitalize the tag team division? The Usos are not going to be that team to revitalize the tag team division, man. You know, that sucks. The Dudleys were brought in for one reason, and now, being that, the Usos are fucking ready to return, we're gonna fucking scale back the Dudleys and push the Usos. You know, the Usos are a good team, but they're not a team that's gonna carry the division. I'm sorry, guys. The Usos are not going to carry the division. If you've seen one Uso match, you've seen all Uso matches. That's all the Usos are, man. They got the same shit every fucking match. And the Dudleys have been given that treatment too, ever since their return, and they haven't really done anything special since that one night after SummerSlam. They re-debuted on Monday Night Raw, and it was in Brooklyn, it was in New York, so obviously it was a big moment. But the WWE, I don't know what is going on with their tag team division, man. It's fucking just as bad as the Divas division. The Dudleys don't need to be phased down. I think the Dudleys need to be right there at the top to build the division around. They look just as good as they did now compared to 10 years ago. So I don't understand why the WWE is phasing down the Dudleys for the Usos. I like the Dudleys better than the Usos, man, really. The only reason why you brought the Dudleys back is to fucking build a tag team division around them. Are you going to do your job, or are you just going to sign them away from every other fucking promotion just for the simple fact of that you have them on your roster, and then you don't end up doing anything special with them? You know, they might, hopefully, sign the Hardy Boys by WrestleMania, and we can get the Dudleys versus the Hardys at WrestleMania. That would be fantastic. But, you know, if you're bringing in those teams, obviously you got plans for the tag team division. You're not going to let the fucking titles slip by the Hardys or the Dudleys or whoever else you fucking bring in. You know, tag team wrestling could be great in WWE. WWE just got to fucking get their heads out of their asses and fucking realize the fucking talent they got on the roster for tag team wrestling. Now, I'm building a massive tag team roster on my universe mode for 2K16. I already got my teams planned out. Teams of old, teams of new. It's going to be great. You're going to see tag team wrestling the way it should be on real WWE. And you're going to see that in my fucking universe mode on 2K16. But the Dudleys being phased out for the Usos. Let me know what you guys think about that. Alberto Del Rio returned to WWE at Hell in a Cell on Sunday. There were reports on the details of the contract that explained Del Rio's offer as a good offer. The WrestlingObserver.com website has reported more specific details about why Del Rio returned to the WWE. I wonder why. We'll find out right now. And some of the terms of the contract that convinced him to return. The deal Alberto Del Rio signed with WWE makes him $1.4 million per year. Yes, you heard me correct. 1.4, rounded up to $1.5 million per year with a reduced schedule. Such a deal is obvious for Del Rio, but WWE truly felt they needed an experienced Hispanic star at the top of the roster. Del Rio was in talks with WWE for several weeks. There are claims that the deal was reached as late as 5 weeks ago. The plan for Del Rio to return to WWE Hell in a Cell and defeat John Cena in Los Angeles for the United States Championship as a surprise was planned for several weeks. So those people who said, JD, do you think they brought in Del Rio simply because of all the rumors about Daniel Bryan, even though Daniel Bryan was going to be the guy? There you heard it first, guys. You heard it from Wrestling Observer. You heard it from Dave Meltzer. This has been planned for weeks. Del Rio was always going to be the one to challenge John Cena for the United States Championship. Their rematch is already planned. At some point over the last few months, Del Rio was in talks with John Gaburick of TNA after his deal with Lucha Underground fell apart. TNA offered him the top spot in the company. Del Rio is still being advertised as Alberto El Patron for a lot of shows in November and December. WWE is in Europe for the majority of November, so it's most likely Del Rio won't be booked on those shows, and he'll be able to keep his commitments to the AAA shows. Before this deal between Del Rio and WWE became official, Del Rio was in talks with AAA for an exclusive deal. AAA just couldn't match WWE's offer, so Del Rio went where the money was, and he got what was the better of the deals. AAA was disappointed, but there are hard feelings between Del Rio and AAA. So there you got it, guys. The reason why Del Rio came back to the WWE was money. You can't really blame him. The United States Championship match and the surprise for John Cena's opponent has been planned. Like I said, everybody was raving about Daniel Bryan. He was going to be in Los Angeles. He might have been in Los Angeles. Who the fuck knows? It is not true that Daniel Bryan was going to be the one and WWE surprised everybody with Del Rio last minute. This has been planned for weeks. He's making $1.45 million per year with the WWE, a reduced schedule. He went where the money is. Del Rio is going to be at the top of the card. He's going to be featured, and likely so, a lot of the entire time he's back. For that type of money, he's going to be in the main event. So there you got it. Del Rio comes back to the WWE for the money, and that's it. Can't blame him. I would do it. You would do it. Everybody would do it. Del Rio's back with the WWE. News on Christian here. WWE.com has officially moved Christian's superstar profile to the alumni section of the website. Although Christian hasn't wrestled in the WWE in a few years now, this move is more or less confirming that he is done as an active competitor in the ring for WWE. Those hoping for one more match from Christian may be disappointed, learning that Christian's wrestling career may be over for good. His last match was back on March 24th. Monday Night Raw. Christian won a fatal 4-way match and defeated Alberto Del Rio, Dolph Ziggler, and Sheamus. At the time, Christian won the chance to challenge Big E for the Intercontinental Championship. Christian suffered a mild concussion that officially ended his career. WWE.com has updated his bio with the following. And Christian was out of action for nearly a year with a shoulder injury. He returned in June 2013, once again poised to win the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Although he never regained the title, he solidified his legacy and left active competition still at the top of his game. In his career, Christian was the NWA World Heavyweight Champion. Christian was a European Hardcore Lightweight Champion. He was a 4-time Intercontinental Champion, a 9-time Tag Team Champion, a 2-time ECW Champion, and finally a World Heavyweight Champion on 2 occasions. The next time we see Christian is definitely in the WWE Hall of Fame. Great career, unbelievable, many memories with Christian Cage, and he will definitely be in the WWE Hall of Fame when all is said and done. Definitely part of one of the better tag teams in WWE history. Edge and Christian. Nobody can forget the game changers that they were, man. So Christian, Dunn as a WWE active performer. I wish him the best. I love watching him wrestle, even when he came back to WWE. I loved him being back. I love what he brought to the product. I love what he did in the ring. But he will be in the WWE Hall of Fame after such a great career. Obviously, you see all the championships he won. Definitely a WWE Hall of Famer. And finally, guys, listen to this fucking story. This pisses me off more than any story this week because it just reeks of WWE being fucking pathetic and not knowing how to fucking push the guys that they have and the talent that they have. As a primary reason, WWE has also, or always, I should say, has always had an interest in Alberto Del Rio and brought him back on Sunday at Hell in a Cell. And the reason why WWE wanted him back is because they feel their roster requires a top Hispanic talent, especially in the WWE market of Mexico. WWE strives to fill the great hole of having a great Latino superstar in that Rey Mysterio used to fill before the two sides hit a rift. There was a time where the powers that be thought Kalisto could be the next great luchador of WWE. Kalisto is bilingual, a high flyer, and has a mask that could be marketed to children and adults. WWE was expecting to build him as the next Rey Mysterio. That's a lot of pressure to put on another performer, but that was the plan. According to a recent report from the Wrestling Observer, Kalisto became an afterthought for WWE after he began teaming with Sin Cara in NXT. The Lucha Dragons are an exciting and consistent team, and they're credited with ending the Ascension's NXT Tag Team Championship title run during their time in NXT. Despite the quality of work of the Lucha Dragons in NXT and on the main roster, I don't see what quality of work on the main roster because they're fucking hardly showcased, Kalisto's role has diminished into an afterthought because WWE officials are reportedly, listen to this, are reportedly forever tainted by the failures of the original Sin Cara when the character first debuted the character. Kalisto is being seen by WWE as guilty by association, and any plans they had to make him a great Latino superstar are dead in the water. I don't even know where to begin about this. I really don't even know where to begin, man. Listen. The reason Sin Cara failed in WWE is because he didn't fit the mold of WWE. The WWE tried to force Sin Cara down our throats, if you guys remember. Having him come out, having him fucking flip all over the place like a fucking idiot. Have him wrestle in blue lighting. Nobody wants this, bro. Nobody. People seen through it. The fans seen through it. And they didn't fucking care. You're gonna shove someone down our throats. And we're gonna reject it. Because it's not what we want. On top of that, like I already said, Sin Cara, the original Sin Cara, didn't fit what WWE was doing. They merely signed him because they wanted him, and that's it. WWE wants everybody, and then they do nothing with half of the fucking guys that they sign. I don't get it. They wanted to make him the next Rey Mysterio. They wanted to have a mask. There was rumors going around that they wanted a mask versus mask match at WrestleMania, and that they wanted a Guinness World Record where everyone in the fucking crowd wore a luchador mask. It was like a Guinness World Record. The largest fucking attendance to wear a luchador mask at the same time. Or some shit, some stupid shit like that. But Sin Cara failed for many reasons, and that's WWE's fault. Yet, they're pinning Kalisto on all of this. He's guilty by association because he now is affiliated with Sin Cara, who is not the original Sin Cara, by the way. It's fucking Hunico. If you guys remember Hunico, that's who's playing Sin Cara now. Hunico. And he's doing a great job. He's doing a great job because not only is he in the mask, and he keeps that character alive, because the character and the idea around the Sin Cara character is not a bad idea. But you got Hunico, who wrestles a WWE style under that fucking mask, and as well he could wrestle a luchador style. You got the best of both worlds. But this is WWE's fault, man. Instead of fucking pushing Sin Cara, instead of pushing the character that Hunico is playing right now, and teaming him with Kalisto, and giving these guys a solid push in the tag team division, after you built them up as a solid team in NXT, that is your fault. Yet you're blaming him for Sin Cara's failure. You're making him guilty by association for Sin Cara's failure. You're the ones who failed Sin Cara, man. You're the reason why that character failed. For all the reasons I just mentioned. Yet you're going to take it out on Kalisto. You're going to waste Kalisto's skill and talent because you're making him guilty by association because of your fuck-ups for the original Sin Cara. That doesn't work out, man. That pisses me off. Not only do you have Sin Cara, not only do you have Kalisto, but the people want to enjoy the Lucha Dragons. You put them out there and you make them gain an identity. You make them fucking familiar with the WWE Universe. That team will get over with the young audience. That team will get over with the young audience. Lucha! Lucha! Right? Don't tell me I'm wrong. People loved it down in NXT. When they first debuted on WWE television and Raw, people loved it. People loved it. They're a solid team. I could see them as tag team champions. I can see them having a decent run. And if you give them a decent run, if you give them TV time, instead of having them fucking waste away, and I gotta read articles on my show about this fucking bullshit, they will get over. They will get over. It's not like you have any other fucking tag teams in the WWE you're working with. You got the fucking regular rotations of the same fucking 4 teams. The same 3 teams. The Dudleys, A New Day, and nobody else after that. Where are the rest of the tag teams? You got Sheamus and Barrett now. That they're fucking piecing together. After Wade Barrett came on fucking reports and news articles and newsletters and this and that saying that he will love to be in the tag team division. Oh, I guess WWE reads the dirt sheets because they're pairing him with Sheamus. I don't get it, man. You got solid teams. And you're going to blame Kalisto and you're going to hold Kalisto back because the fucking puppets of WWE who hold the strings... Oh, he was with Sin Cara. He's teaming with Sin Cara. Oh, he's a failure. So Kalisto's a failure too. Is that fair to the fucking performer that is Kalisto? Is that fair to ruin his career and put a fucking stamp on his career as a failure? How do you know what the guy's capable of? You don't have Rey Mysterio in WWE anymore. Or are you hoping that Rey Mysterio miraculously comes back to the WWE as a mid-40 aged fucking performer and gives you another fucking year? What are you going to do then? Then you're going to bitch him on, oh, we don't have another fucking masked Latino superstar. Yes, you do. His name's Kalisto. He's been on your payroll for fucking 6 years now. WWE is fucking pathetic. And the fucking stupid shit that they do, man. Yet I bitch him on every fucking week and I still watch. But this shit pisses me off. This shit pisses me off, man. So Kalisto being paired with Sin Cara now deems him a failure, and WWE thinks that Kalisto will be a failure because he's guilty by association. I don't get it. I don't get it. You think Kalisto wanted to fucking team with Sin Cara? You guys put him together as a team. You guys put them together. Now he's a failure? Fuck out of here, man. This shit fucking just... WWE is fucking out of their fucking minds. I can't take this shit. I really can't. You know, the shit that I read on here and the shit that I give you as news... You know, if you're not pissed, I don't know, man. You obviously don't fucking care about the product. I hate seeing good talent wasted. If I was a fucking promoter, if I was someone who was running WWE and I was seeing these guys waste away, man, I'd act on it fast and get these guys into a fucking role. Get them on TV, use them. You know, I know Kalisto has fucking got a lot of skill, a lot of talent. He's great in the ring. He can be the next guy, the next Rey Mysterio, if WWE just fucking makes them go out there and shows off his skills to the world. Then you can assess if he's a failure or not. Give the guy a fucking chance and don't make him guilty by association because of your fuck-ups. That's Off The Script, guys. I'm not going to do a Q&A. I'm not going to do a Q&A right now, guys. I'm incredibly exhausted. I'll resume it for next Sunday, all right? We'll just pick it up again next Sunday. There's a lot of shit I got to do. I want to work on some WWE 2K16 videos. I still got to eat. I just got out of work. I'm fucking tired. I want to relax. It's Saturday night on Halloween, and I'm recording this shit for you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hit that thumbs up. We'll pick up the Q&A next weekend. Check out the sponsors, guys. WrestleCrate.com, all right? Go to their Twitter, @WrestleCrates, WrestleCrate.com. They got UK now, UK services for WrestleCrates, man. All the information is in the description down below. Go and check them out. And both the USA and the UK WrestleCrates, use my code. JD sent me for an instant 10% off on the regular crate and the Ultimate Crate. I'll be doing an unboxing soon. I got mine coming very, very soon. It should be here this week. Also, guys, ProWrestlingTees.com/WWE Off The Script. If you guys want to donate to the show, you can always buy a t-shirt, help the show out, or you can just donate to my PayPal link down below. And as always, follow me on Twitter, @JD from NY206. I'll see you guys back on Monday Night Raw review on Tuesday. And please, make sure you check out my WWE 2K16 videos as well. And if you missed Off The Script this weekend, that and everything else you need to know is linked in the description below, guys. This is JD. Thank you guys so much for watching Off The Script, where we are the #1 fucking source for everything WWE, and don't let anybody else fool you, right here on YouTube.com, man. I'm JD. I'll see you back for Raw review. Until then, I'll talk to you all later, man. Have a great weekend.